Hi friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ben. In today's tutorial, I'm going to help you setting up Docker with Magento 2 on your Linux or Ubuntu computer. Many times you must have experienced that Magento development environment is not easy to set up and work with. Many of you are still working on XAMP, MAMP or WAMP for your Magento setup on your local computer. However, working on these platforms really give too much pain. Sometimes the changes that you make on your local does not show on the server when you transfer those changes. Sometimes you get some other compatibility issues on the server with your local code etc. To overcome from this, today I'm going to help you setting up a Docker on your local computer, which will help to keep same environment as your server and solve these issues. I will also help you to configure Git environment with your store on this tutorial. Have you ever heard when developer says, it's working on my local? Yeah, that's very common. The main problem why Docker is needed. The other problem is to work directly on your production server and do the changes there, consumes your server resources and very prone to errors or sometimes result in a broken live store. I would never recommend to work on live server directly for any changes. Running Docker is very much like running virtual machines for local development, but with the following advantages. What? It needs very less resources of your local computer compared to virtual machines. You can configure a number of containers to handle different projects or different environments. Faster response time compared to virtual machines. Easily shareable between developers and environments. You can create your own image and distribute it. So let's begin. Once we finish installing Docker, we can create our own container and configure whatever application we want on our Docker. However, in this video, I'm going to use MGT Commerce Docker container, which comes with PHP, Nginx, MySQL, Redis, Memcache, Varnish, Postfix, PHPMyAdmin, and a control panel for domain administration. In today's video, we are going to follow 5 different steps to complete this. Number 1, uninstall and install Docker. Number 2, install and run Magento container. Number 3, configure an existing Magento store from remote to local. Number 4, install a fresh Magento. Number 5, configuring Git. I also assume something in this video from your side. My assumptions are, I assume that you have basic knowledge of Magento, Docker, Git, and Linux commands. I also assume before you start following this article, you get ready with 1. Git account details, your email and your username. You already took the backup of your Magento 2 store from your live server and downloaded it to your local Docker account, Magento marketplace account, and your backup of Magento database. So, step 1, install Docker. In order to install Docker, you will first need to create an account with docker.com. It's free, so let's do that. Okay, after creating an account, let's open the control terminal first. Okay, and now first, we don't know whether our system has Docker pre-installed or not. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove the Docker package from our system. So the command will be sudo su. Okay, command will be sudo apt get remove docker-c, which is the community version, Docker engine, and Docker IO. Okay, all done. Next, install using repository update apt package. So sudo apt get update. Okay, next will be sudo apt get install apt transfer code layer HTTPS. So this all good. Looks like it's installing. Okay, and next will be CA certificates. CA certificates. Next will be code. Great. Next will be code. Next will be software properties common. Software properties common. Very good. Next we are going to add the Docker's official GPG key. The command will be this. Okay, verify the key, sudo apt key fingerprint. Okay, all good. Next, we are going to add the repository. Okay, here's the command to add the Docker repository in Ubuntu. Okay, and then we are going to do apt-get update one more time. Okay, sudo apt-get update one more time. Okay. Our next step will be to install it. Sudo apt-get install docker-c. So it's installing. Okay, it's installed. Let's verify. We run a hello world container. So sudo docker run hello world. All good, guys. Our next step will be to install the container. So as I already told you, we are going to use MGT Commerce Container, which has PHP 7.1 environment, and it comes with Nginx, Redis, Memcache, and all those stuff. So let's run the container. Here is the container command. Okay, it's done. It looks like it's done. So our next step will be to check and verify whether the container is installed and running properly or not. So just go to a browser, open this URL 127.0.0.133. All good. So this is how we install the PHP 7.1 container from MGT Commerce. Our next step will be configure your Magento dev store. So our step will be in then installing a fresh Magento. So let's create a domain called this price, maybe just one.test, and the host template will be Magento 2. Create domain. Okay, domain is created. Database. We are going to create a blank database. This price 1. Create database. Okay. Next, we need to check whether this domain is existing and we can run it or not. So let's see. HTTP this price 1.test. It's running, but it's not opening anything because there is no index file. So let's check quickly. Let's SSH. So one moment, guys. So SSH root at 127.0.0.1. I will give you all these details in the description of this video. So this and password will be root. Okay, we are there. Now check what we have here. Okay, cloud panel, cd cloud panel, and then we have htdocs. Okay, this is our newly created domain. cd list files. Okay, let's create a test file. So that would be nano, just test.php. Okay, what we are going to put in this is the PHP info file. PHP info, close it, Control X. Okay, let's run that file, test.php. Here you go. Okay, so next step will be to create a Magento project for this domain. So what we need to do is we need to run a composer create project command. Before running the command, we need to delete this file because this is not a blank project. Magento needs the blank directory for creating a new project. So rm test.php. Okay, deleted. Here is the command. Okay. Okay, so it asks for a username and password that I can get from Magento site, marketplace, magento.com, and I will just log in here as my email and my password. My email, okay, recognize my email, no password, so I think it should work. Let's see what happens. Looks like it's working. Okay, next go to my profile. Okay, my profile, and there I can find the key, access keys. So here is the access key. If you don't have, you can create one. And okay, so here is the access key. The public key is the username. Paste. Okay, and the password is the private key. So paste. There you go. Okay, it says, do you want to store credentials for repo.magento.com in this? I would say yes, because many times you run the composer command and all those, like upgrade and all those stuff, you need that access key, so better to like save it. Okay guys, it will take a little time. If you want to see the screen, I will just keep recording. I think I should just pause the video and let it be completed. Great, so Magento 2 project is created and all the files and everything got downloaded for version 2.2.6. So our next step will be to set the permission on directories and file systems for Magento 2 project. So here is the command. Find the type directories, execute chmod g+ws command. One minute guys. Type exact chmod g+ws. Run it. Okay, this will take some time, so I'm just pausing the video until it completes. Okay, next will be all the files. All the files give 644. 644. This will take time, so I'm pausing it again. Okay, next I will give 755 to all the directories. So all the directories get 755. Okay, this should take less time. I'm pausing this, guys. Okay, next I'm giving var directory 777, so it will be var type directory and 777. Next I will give pub media directory to 777. Next I will give pub static directory to 777. Okay, next I will give app etc 777. App etc directory 77. Next I will give 644 to app etc all external files. All done. So our next step will be to there is a problem named the commerce container, which is like you have to enable IronCube module in your PHP ini file. So how we can do this is go to sudo nano etc. Right, sudo nano etc. I'm sorry guys. etc. See what you have. PHP 7.1. What do you have here? The CLI. Okay, so go to php.ini file. I will find IronCube module. There it is. Enable it. Save, exit, go to fpm. What we have here, ini, find IronCube, here it is. Okay, so next, restart service. PHP fpm restart service engines restart start. Okay, come to your web directory. CD home cloud panel docs. Okay, chone clp.clp or to entire site. Okay, cd this price 1.cast. Okay, so you should be ready to run the setup file now. How we can run the setup, Magento setup, is by going to your web directory, open your domain and run the setup URL. Great. So agree and set up. Next. Oh, looks good. Next. Localhost database server name is root. Database server password is also root. Database name is BizSpice1. Next. Test. Admin URL will be admin. Okay, all looks okay. Username will be admin, then at thisprice.com, and password admin at 123, admin at 123, next. Okay, install now. So guys, it will take a little time. I'm just pausing this video. Okay guys, so Magento is installed. Let's log into admin. So okay, open the admin URL. Great, it looks like it's opening. The first time it takes time because it creates the caching and all those. Just waiting. Okay, so admin and admin at 123. Don't say for now. Okay, great guys. So yeah, this was about how to install a fresh Magento. Our next step will be to configure an existing Magento store which you downloaded from your remote server, which is your live site or anything. So the step will be to go to your cloud panel again, create a new domain. Suppose I create thisprice2.test and Magento 2, create domain. Okay, database thisprice2, okay. Next will be to go to exit from here and go to sudo nano etc host files and put 127.0.0.1 thisprice2.test. Guys, you have to take care of this step, because if you don't put that, you cannot run your domain because the domain name will not be read by your PHP engine. So here it is. Okay, here, and then next. Our next step will be to move your file backup to this newly created domain. So where is the file? File should be in cd, yeah, cd, then Ubuntu, okay, so here is the tar file. What I will do is I will scp this file, thisprice.test this file to where? Root at 127.0.0.1, which we know the space for this MGT container, and where it will go? Home, cloud panel. What domain we created? htdocs thisprice2 or just keep it here. So here it is. Run it. Okay, password root. So file is moving. Okay, now SSH to that location. SSH root at 127.0.0.1. Password is root. Okay, cd cloud panel, cd htdocs. Here we should have, okay, so here is the file. Tar, I'm extracting this tar zxvf thisprice.test tar file. Here we go. now. Okay, now our next step is to check. Okay, so we have this spice.test. What I'm going to do is I'm removing this spice 2 and I'm removing this spice.test to this spice2.test. Okay, so here this spice2.test, C this spice2.test. Okay, and next step will be to configure the reset the permissions for directories and files. So find all files, type directory exec chmod g plus ws find type exec chmod missing argument to find this. Okay, so this will take some time. I'm just pausing this video. Okay, so next will be to find all the files and give it 644 permission. 644. Okay, this will also take time. I'm pausing this video. Okay, next we are going to set 755 to, okay guys, all the directories to 755. This should take less time. Okay, next is to give 777 to var directory. So how we do that is this var directory type d 777. Okay, next is give pub media 777 like this. So it will be pub media. The next is pub static with 777. Okay, and next is give app etc 777. Okay, so chmod 777 to app etc. This chmod 644 to app etc all XAMP files star.xml. So that's done. Our next step will be to check what the database connection we have in the env file. So let's check the app etc env.php and check here. So it is localhost, dname is bspice2 I said, bspice2, username and password is correct. So let's save it. And our next step will be to import the original database that you downloaded. So we are going to use myadmin and it's bspice2, import, browse the file, and should be my this drive, then temp, and this price test.sql, and import it. Okay, should not take much time. It's running. Should be done in any moment. Looks like it is done. Our next step will be to change the URL in core config data file table. It's same table which is in Magento 1 also, so I think it should be on page number 3, core config data, and change this, edit, and our domain name was this price 2.test, save it, and secure URL, same, this price 2.test, save it. Our next step will be to upgrade, deploy, and compile your project before you run it, your existing project. So go to command prompt again, come back, okay, and run this command, php then Magento setup upgrade. That's the first command. Okay, and then we'll flush it, then we'll deploy the static content, then we'll reindex the data, then we'll compile, and then we'll flush the data. Updating modules should not take much, maybe like 30-40 seconds. Looks like. Okay, next is php bin cache flush. Okay, should be fast. And then set up static content and deploy it. So set up what static content and what to do, deploy it. And then we'll run indexer, we index the data. Okay, I'm just pausing it, guys, if it takes time. Okay, next will be to index the database. So indexer, we index. Should be fast. Okay, now set up and compile. Set up DI, dependency injection, compile. This will take time, so I'm just pausing it. Okay, next is flush the Redis caching. Redis CLI flush all. Okay, all good, guys. I think now your this store should run. Let's check. So what should I do? Go to this price true.test. That's it. Check it. First time it takes time. Hooray, it's running. Awesome guys. So this is the backup that I had created from our live site. So story is running. Let's check the admin. Okay, that's also working. So our next step, the point 3.3 will be to set up the GIT. This step is totally optional whether you want to use GIT or not. If you already have your GIT set up on your remote server and you copied and configured the local store through step 3.2 how I did, you only need to configure the GIT environment with your username and your email address. So the command will be, look the file structure, I will show you some details. So you see the .git directory there. So this means GIT is already configured. You just need to configure username and email. So command will be git config global user.name, and this will be your username. So my name is like Ben Brispice. Okay, and same like user email. That will be your email address your GIT is configured. Once that's done, if you want to set up a new branch for this, you just need to do git checkout and then the branch name and create the new branch. So that will create the new branch and you can start working. I will create another video which will give detail about how you can work with GIT and all those stuff in future. So guys, thanks so much for watching this video, and so now through this video you have learned how to install Docker on your computer, how to install MGT Commerce container for our server environment, how to install and set up fresh Magento 2, how to configure an existing Magento store from your remote server to your local, how to configure GIT, and I'm also going to write a complete instruction tutorial for this video which you can follow and copy the commands I use throughout this video. So this tutorial is a little bit advanced and I hope you have basic information about everything. In case you are stuck anywhere, do not hesitate to send a question to me via the commenting section or go to my website and submit your query. So friends, if you are looking for any other technical video related to Magento, let me know. And also please subscribe to my channel and spread the word about channel to your friends. Your help is really needed to grow this channel and help other people in the Magento community. Thumbs up if you like my video. Thank you guys. Bye for now.